What was the point of emphasis going into tonight?
Oh, man. The point of emphasis was to go out and score points and be better than them. We had to find an upset somewhere. I think the match almost went, identical to what it looked like on paper, with a couple of more bonus points going their way. But we needed an upset or two to pull it off. I don't think we had our best effort tonight. So hats off to them. They went out and they did a great job in coming in here and stifling us.
It seemed like they had a few late match takedowns, like Sammy Sasso, for example. How did you feel about that, and how can you work on that in the room?
Yeah, well, that match, we didn't want to give that guy a big lead, and we gave him a big lead. You know what I mean? So we didn't execute our game plan in that match, and and then we give up a late takedown there to get majored. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with us giving up, I think, 4 matches and big-time bonus points. That's unacceptable in our program. A lot of effort, a lot of fight, stifles that. You look at Jared Kradinger, huge underdog. He starved off bonus points. You know what I mean, for the team. We gave up 4 matches, I think, with huge bonus points. We've got to get better in that area.
What's the current situation with Johnny Sebastian out of the lineup?
Man, we just got to get him healthy. He's healthy, but we need him 100%. I'm not putting him out there 80, 90, 98, 99%. At some point when your shoulders or your knees are a little sore, I'm not risking them. Our goal at the beginning of the year was 100% health by March, and that's what we're doing. Even if it costs us, a couple matches during the season, the kid deserves to be healthy in March, and that's what we're doing.
What do you think is the most important thing to focus on in the next 2 weeks before competing again?
We're going to train, man. We're not having many training days. It's hard competing Friday, Sunday. We've got to rest them. We've got to travel them. We've got to give them days off. So we're going to train them. We get 2 weeks before our next match. We've got a great training cycle going. We got a lot of areas to correct. We're not far off, right? Disappointing loss. We're not far off. We won 4 matches, and we're not far off, but our mentality's got to change a little bit too. We've got to be a little tougher. We've got to be a little grittier. We've got to quit giving up easy takedowns. And again, 10 matches out there, we get the first takedown in 2 of them. Can't win too many matches by not going out there and getting after it.
Right, Coach, I don't have the numbers, but takedown battle, Ohio State did get a lot more takedowns, and some key ones were right off the whistle. What can you say? Is it just they're getting in on the leg?
It should never happen, right? I mean, it should never happen. That should be our mindset. What are we doing when the whistle blows, right? We're not ready to wrestle the full 7 minutes if you're getting taken down right off the whistle. So, again, did we have them prepared? Yeah, we had them prepared. But now it's time for these guys to really start executing their game plan. We're in the second semester. There's not much time left to start really getting these guys ready. And again, I'm kind of being down a little bit right now. We just lost, right? It's hard to come in here and do this and talk about a bunch of positives. But there were a bunch of positives out there. Our 4 guys that were supposed to win went out and won, and they did in great fashion. You know what I mean? And the 6 guys that on paper were supposed to lose lost. We didn't do anything we weren't supposed to do, and that's what's upsetting. We're out there to go win matches we're not supposed to win, and we're out there to go win the matches we're supposed to win by a lot of points. So proud of our guys for their, again, we fight. Every one of them fights, but now we've got to get a little smarter, a little more tactical, and we've got to be able to match a pace with some elite guys.
Seth Gross and Evan again showed their toughness, where they gave up an early takedown, but then took control as the match went.
Yeah, we talk about giving up takedowns. You look at some of those matches. In the 4 matches we won, how much riding time did we have? Right? How much? Our guys are mat wrestlers. We want to mat wrestle. You turn someone, for a 4 count, you're getting 4 points. That's 2 takedowns. Right. You know what I mean? So we're trying to turn people. People are just laying there, right? I mean, I think tonight was I think on both teams, we were just laying there to not let the other guy score a lot of points. And that's not how we should be wrestling. And, things will change. Guys' mentalities will change. And you know what? That's what happens. We ran into a great team tonight, and they exposed us a little bit.
It seemed like they were finishing some of their shots a little more than we were. And probably have to go back to the drawing board.
Man, it's just sense of urgency. Right? It's just sense of urgency. We drill it every single day, right? Leg finishes are the most important thing out there. You get to a leg, you have to finish 100% of the time. I don't even want to see what our percentage was in finishing. I don't even want to look at that stat tomorrow because it was terrible, You know what I mean? How many of those guys out there finish 1 or 2? Does it change the tide of the match, the momentum? Does a crowd get involved? And what happens? So we didn't finish our leg attacks. 100% correct.
49, even though, and 57, Cole Martin and Drew Scherenbrock, they did fall behind, but it did look like in the third period, they Drew in particular, because it was close, but both of them had that conditioning edge at the end of the match.
Yeah, no, we train hard. I don't worry about our conditioning at all. But we've got to use it a little smarter. You know what I mean? How many times are you going to just keep shooting and stalemating? Where's the pull downs? Where's the go behinds? Where's the underhooks? Right? We just kept shooting and holding, and it's hard to score. You know what I mean? When you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again, when the guy just knows it's coming and he's got a lead and he can just defend. So you got to remember too, Drew's young. He's a freshman. He's going to get better. Our team is young. You know, our team is inexperienced. You know, so in the weight classes we're losing. Our team is experienced. Tyler Dow's wrestling up a weight class. We're not making any excuses. That's not who we are. But we've got a lot of room to get better with our group of guys over the course of time here.
Eric, even though he came out and pinned the guys the last couple of home duels, but just won, but he really had a good performance, not a super performance.
Hey, I'm going to call Eric Barnett out because he can take it. It wasn't a good performance. He got a takedown, he got back points, and he held on for 5.5 minutes. That's not Wisconsin wrestling. That's not what we're going to have, okay? Now, to be fair with Eric, he's a true freshman, okay? That's a learning experience right there. If you can win and learn and take something from it, and he will. Eric's a great kid. Eric works hard. Eric's going to take everything we say in heart, and, you know, we won't have a performance like that again. You know, just like the performance in Minnesota was unacceptable, he came back and responded. This performance was, was unacceptable. We're not scoring points and holding on, letting guys take us down at the end and win by 2. You know, he should have been building his lead, but he let that guy control the tie-up, let him get to a takedown. But proud of Eric, right? A win's a win right now. Now we've got to build off it and get better and not have a performance like that again.
Tough assignment for Pete Christensen, obviously going against a top-ranked guy, but in some positions, I mean, he did okay in some scrambles, but
yeah, again, Pete's a true freshman. He's been sharing time at 97. We gave him an opportunity. Number 1 guy in the country, go wrestle. You you saw the result. We've got to get better. That's all. Pete's a great kid. Love Pete. And but again, it's a weight class we haven't won 1 duel at this year. Somebody's got to take control of that weight class. The Big Tens are coming up. And I don't know what's going on, but we've got to start winning something at that weight class. So we've got to get better, and we've got to get better, and we've got to get better.
All right. I guess overall, I mean, winning 4 out of 10 on paper, like you'd said, seems pretty good. But the score, I guess, it just came down to bonus points.
And it's not good. Winning 4 out of 10 is not good. But that's what we were favored in. So we didn't do anything we weren't supposed to do, and that's unacceptable. Again, this sounds very, very negative, all this talk. But I'll tell you what, Evan Wick looked great, right? Seth Gross looked great. Some of those guys, Evan Wick looked, even though Evan gives up a takedown at the end, Evan Wick looked great. Evan Wick did a lot of things just from the last match and in practice that he improved. He got better from last week, and he's gotten better from Midlands, and he's gotten better from the Iowa duel. Evan Wick is hungry, and he did a great job. And then, we can even go back. Yeah, Trent Hilger looked great. How many times did you see him get that many attacks off in a match? He looked good, and that's something we're talking about to him. He's got the complete package. So, and I was happy with Kradinger. Kradinger fought. You know what I mean? And again, Tyler Dow's a little outmatched, and we appreciate his effort all the time. I'll never not thank Tyler Dow. We ask him to move up a weight, and he's weighing in at a smaller weight, and he's out there fighting for the team. So that I'm always very, very grateful for. Like I said, always, this team is very, very tight. They'll do anything for each other. And they fought up and down the lineup. Cole Martin fought, made 1 mistake, and got behind a 6-point mover. He's in that match at the end,
In Kradinger's case, he's ran into some pretty tough opponents here recently, so he shouldn't get down on himself. But he really showed some more quickness, I thought.
Yeah, welcome to the Big Ten. Let's go. We're here. We signed up for it. But we've got to find a way again. We've got to improve. All 10 guys have to improve. I'm excited, right? This is not going to get me down at all. We're gonna have a short memory. I'm gonna watch the film. We're gonna go to work on Sunday. and we're going to get better. And again, they got better after Friday night's loss. And they'll get better after tonight's loss.
As far as like you mentioned how Evan's been improving, Smith beat McFadden earlier this year, and so
No, Evan beat a
was
really
no
good
slouch.
kid.
I mean, and he's coming down a way, so he's a solid
Evan beat
kid.
a really good kid tonight, and he looked good doing it. And so and Evan's doing a great job, man. I'm proud of the guy. He's doing a great job. He doesn't let a loss stay with him. He finds a way to get better. He's a wrestling junkie, and he is amazing. And he wants to get better every day, and he's willing to listen. And he's the sky's the limit, and he's improving. That's what I like. I like seeing improvement, and he's improving.
Last week, the message to the team was short-term memory. This week, we have a week off and then another week off. What do you say to them then to get over the loss?
Well, I'll tell you what. I want them to feel this loss. I want them to feel it. Right? It doesn't feel real good, and to know that that's a team that we're battling to try to win a trophy at the national tournament. We've got to be better than that team in the long run. And we've got some time to work on our skills. So I'm very, very happy. I want them this loss to stay with them, and understand that we need, all 10 guys can have a little better performance here in 2 weeks. And then again, let's pick it up. Let's keep going. The season does not stop because we took a loss. You know what I mean? The season is here. We get to compete again in 2 weeks, and I'm excited. These guys will be excited to take the mat in Bloomington here next Friday or 2 Fridays from now.